definitely Flinty, and this week I'm bringing to you Flogging Molly's very good album from the year 2004, Within a Mile of Home. So on our first look at this LP, let's investigate the cover artwork. As you can see, it does indeed have cover artwork, which includes a man walking down the road who's perhaps simply a mile from home. Across the top, the name of the band, No Mistake, and along the bottom, the title of the album, No Mistake. Now let's move on to the reverse of the sleeve, having finished looking at the obverse. On the back here, we can see a substantial number of tracks, a substantial number of very good tracks. Side A, 8 tracks. Side B, 7 tracks. That totals 15 tracks for your ears, your pleasure centres, and all different parts of your body that'll enjoy it. At the bottom here, SideOneDummy, blah blah blah, and the barcode, not the postcode. We don't need to know where it came from originally. It's the barcode, which can be electronically scanned at a shop using a special device. Let's take a look inside, which is easily done because it's a gatefold sleeve rather than a traditional opening sleeve. Special device. And look here, a large picture of the band so you can see what they look like. At least a snapshot of the band as they looked 17 years ago. Has it really been that long since this came out? I still think of this as a fairly new album. So here we have some of the credits of the album, blah blah blah, and again on this side, information, the title, etc. Let's take a look inside the actual album. Now, yes, there is a record inside, just as I guessed. And there is no insert, because of course this acts as the insert. So the record here, which is housed in a traditional white paper sleeve, perfect for housing it when it's inside this perfectly plain white paper sleeve. No polyliner inside this one to protect it from dust. Just a normal sleeve, as you might expect, typical of a record from the early 2000s. And would you take a look at that? It's a green coloured LP, vinyl wax LP record. It has the name of the band and the track listing, etc. on both sides of the labels. Very helpful for when it's spinning around like a pirouetting nuisance. Only not a bad nuisance, the kind of nuisance that you flippin' enjoy. Let's take a listen to see if it stands up to further audio scrutiny. Now I'm trying to remove this from my magnificent facade, but it simply won't come out. It's jammed, maybe stuck on some ear pus. I've got it. I removed it. I enjoy this album very much. That actually wasn't the first time I've ever heard this album. I've been listening to it for many years, mostly on a CD format, and it's driven me over the edge with excitement, contemplative pleasure, and a kind of orgasmic joy. There's several of my very favourite Flogging Molly songs on this album. Let me go further into detail for you to let you know which ones I think are the best. Side A, Screaming at the Wailing Wall, followed by the 7 Deadly Sins. Later on in the album we have The Light of a Fading Star and Tobacco Island, and that's just side 1. Tobacco Island is my pick as the best song on the album. On side 2, nothing on side 2 is as good as what's on side A. So if you can only afford to purchase one side of this LP, have you been spending your money lately on germs, germ warfare, Germs albums and Germans. I'm afraid you're going to have to pump for side A and disregard side B. But that's only for people who can only afford one side. If you can afford both sides, go ahead and buy the entire album, which comes on this lovely green vinyl, which is easily available from everywhere like Amazon, etc. That's about all I have to say about this phenomenal album from the Flogging Molly band. If I had to give this band a rating for this album, I'd give it a solid 8 out of many. This album really gets my fists a pumping. This album really makes me ponder the likelihood of the existence of a musical energy which surrounds me and my fluctuating body when the routines of daylight enlarge me. I hope that makes some sense to you, like it makes sense to me, in the night time, in the daytime, and in special times, like Christmas, New Year, Easter, and Mayhem Day, which doesn't exist yet, but I guess the Mayhem Day would exist indeed in May. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button beneath. Come back to see what other very good punk albums we're reviewing next time. All the best, guys, and take care. Don't I? Use a special device. Thank you ever so much for watching my very good video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Very Good channel and come back next week for another very good video. A video to watch. Now, it's a good video.